Remakes are everywhere. Intellectual property with a preset fanbase is a more safe bet for investors than original ideas are. While I would love it if we had more original stories, I can't deny that remakes dominate the entertainment landscape. However, there is a right and a wrong way to go about constructing a remake. I think a remake that does almost everything right is the recent Netflix animated series, Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. The first way they did this was by combining and respecting both of the iterations of the story that preceded it. The characters and plot were originally created by Brian Lee O'Malley in his series of Scott Pilgrim comic books. The comics are beloved classics, and so is the film adaptation from 2010 directed by Edgar Wright. The new series seems to take the best of both iterations, combining the movie's great cast with O'Malley's character design and art style. In my eyes, the most important thing that the creators of a remake have to do is prove that the remake is warranted. So often they feel like hollow cash grabs. But it's in all the ways that the show differs from the other iterations that makes it feel fresh and worth watching. The movie is live action and the show is animated. The movie adapts the comic storyline mostly faithfully, while the show has a new twist on the plot. And obviously, the movie is a movie and the show is a show. Disney has gotten viewers used to seeing remakes of movies that tell generally the same story in the form of a movie. The only switch is from animation to live action. However, these are stories we already know. Scott Pilgrim Takes Off gives its fans something new, and in changing the story, they also deepen the characters. The movie is great and keeps a very intentionally rapid pace. This is to the film's benefit, but it's nice to have more time to get to know these characters in the show. I think the storyline of Knives in the show really matures her character. In the movie, she's a bit one-dimensional, focusing on her obsession with Scott and not really giving the audience anything else to know about her. While this holds true for the show, she also gets a fun storyline with Steven Stills. Young Neil also has a great storyline and provides a lot of comedy during his extra screen time. We are also able to spend more time with the villains, fleshing each of them out, making them into much more well-rounded characters. The storyline that the comics and movie share is fueled by emotional immaturity. It's a testament to Michael Cera's acting that Scott is so likable while also being secretly the movie's biggest villain. This is why it's so genius that the show makes an older version of Scott from the future the show's main villain. The story was always about Scott's lack of maturity and inability to communicate, and the creators find fun and creative ways to explore these themes. One reason why the movie is so beloved is because of its heightened reality and visual flair. However, the animation allows for even more freedom and creativity. It's creative freedom like this that I wish I saw more in remakes. Ideally, I would love it if original stories were being told in film and TV. But in a landscape dominated by nostalgia and remakes, I wish more of them would follow the path of Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. Something its creators understood is that the fans of the comic and movie already know the story well, so they use this to go even deeper with their characters and a new plot. I wish other remakes would do this. I want to see more remakes that give the stories a completely new and exciting visual style. Remakes that creatively respect what made the originals great without using it as a crutch and never innovating. In short, I would like to see more remakes that prove to their audience and their fan base that they have a reason for existing outside of their financial viability.